on Twitter and put up on Twitter and gonna say, I fight Tesehki or Ivory. One thing about me, you'll fight me, but I'm gonna train the same way you gonna train. I will beat the fuck out of her. Fuck you talking about? Yes, if I train and didn't smoke and drink, cause what she got so amped up off of is from drugs and alcohol. Like, no training. This is just natural. Bitch, you train every day. Bitch, you can't do a fight without training, ho. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me do your training you doing, and let me not be off that weed and poppers. Bitch, I'm the motherfucking champion around this bitch.
Krishan's sister. And people ask me, do I think I can beat her in a fight? I said, do I think or do I know? She needs to be checking her fans and not checking me or trying to clock my teeth, talking about if she used to like me. Girl, you never came to a fight. You never said congrats on a motherfucking world championship. You never mentioned me in a good light. So no, you did not ever like me, and that doesn't matter to me. But to sit here and say you can whoop some ass and you out here popping pills and doing everything you're doing, you're not gonna whoop nobody ass. You need to go to rehab and get that shit out your system. You need help.
Tesehki had never walked away from a fight unfinished. She always handled her business, whether it was in the streets or in front of a camera. So when things heated up between her and Claressa Shields, she didn't back down. In fact, she took things to a whole new level. If Claressa thought things had already gone too far, Tesehki made it clear she could take it even further. And she did. She took the beef to the next level by doing something that shocked everyone. She seduced Papoose, Claressa's rumored fling, and then rubbed it right in her face on social media for the world to see. It wasn't just a petty move, it was a calculated one. Tesehki didn't just want to win an argument or prove a point. She wanted to humiliate Claressa publicly. And that's exactly what she did. Claressa was furious after that. She didn't just feel played, she felt exposed and disrespected in front of millions. She took to her socials, raging and ranting, saying that if she ever saw Tesehki in person, it wouldn't end well. She wasn't just angry, she wanted revenge. But was Tesehki hiding? Not even close. She wasn't scared of...
Went on Twitter and put up on Twitter and gonna say, I fight Tesehki or Ivory. One thing about me, you'll fight me, but I'm gonna train the same way you gonna train. I will beat. Fuck you talking about? Yes, if I train and didn't smoke and drink, cause what she got so amped up off of is from drugs and alcohol. Like, no training. This is just natural. Train every day. You can't do a fight without training, ho. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me do your training you doing, and let me not be off that weed and poppers. I'm the champion around this bitch.
Claressa or anyone else. She's been telling anyone who would listen that she's a born fighter. According to her, she doesn't need fancy training camps or Olympic coaches to prove her worth. She believes that if she ever decided to hit the gym, seriously train the way Claressa does, then no woman, trained or not, would be able to stand toe-to-toe with her. She was that confident. She didn't just want to defend herself, she wanted to dominate. Tesehki has also made it clear that Claressa was the one who started all of this drama. In her mind, she was just responding to the challenge. She didn't wake up one day and decide to beef with a boxing champion. No, Claressa threw the first shot, and now that Tesehki responded in her own way, Claressa was acting like she was the victim. And to Tesehki, that was the real joke, watching someone who lit the match.
Sister, she can't be beating me no fight. Come on now, let's be logical.
I know she can't beat you, but I'm tired of folks saying that she can beat you. I know they can't. Like, I'd be like, man, that girl is a trained fighter.
I appreciate that, but you know what? I got a lot of respect for Tesehki and Krishan. If Tesehki ever wanted to do it, I would do it. But
I know your win though.
She beating those girls up on baddies. Them girls ain't trained.
Yeah.
They got body work.
I know going.
Yeah, it's different.
Match cry over the fire. If you take it back almost a year, Tesehki might actually have a point. Out of nowhere, Claressa made a bold post online, saying she had $10,000 for any woman street fighter or boxer who thought they could beat her. She didn't care where you were from, city, state, country, if you were bold enough to take her on. She wanted you in the ring. That post went viral fast, and it wasn't long before people flooded the comments with one name, Tesehki. See, Tesehki wasn't just another pretty face on reality TV. She had a reputation for being unpredictable and ruthless. One moment she could be smiling and laughing with you, and the next she'd be swinging. She was dangerous, and people knew it. No one really wanted to mess with her, but this was different. A fight between her and Claressa was the kind of thing people would pay top dollar to watch. Eventually, Claressa appeared on a podcast called Pop the Balloon. Someone brought up her viral post and asked if she truly thought she could take on Tesehki. Claressa didn't back down. In fact, she doubled down on it. She said none of the women on Baddies, including Tesehki, could come close to her because none of them trained or lived the disciplined life she lived. To her, they were just reality stars. She was an Olympian. That statement made its way to Tesehki fast. And you already know she wasn't about to stay silent. She jumped online.
I'm a natural trained killer. Natural born trained killer. So if I really went and trained and sparring, because I think I'm gonna do some sparring. I've never in my life did sparring. I wanna do it. I wanna do some sparring. Because like all the sparring that you guys see me doing on Baddies and the fights that people see me do when I was a child, that all was just natural. So I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna get me some professional training. Then we go see what's going on.
Expected and fired back. Her message was loud and clear. She said the only reason Claressa could beat her now was because she was a professional boxer. But if she trained the same way, for the same amount of time, she would absolutely destroy Claressa in the ring. She wasn't shy about it. She made it known that she had the heart of a fighter, and all she needed was the same tools. A lot of people started wondering why Claressa was even getting involved in this drama to begin with. She's a world-class athlete, an Olympic gold medalist. She's supposed to be focusing on her career, her next title, her legacy, not chasing clout online with reality stars. But here she was, deep in the middle of messy internet beef, exchanging shots with Tesehki, who had nothing to lose and everything to gain. And if you thought Tesehki was done, you were wrong. When she appeared on Jason Lee's show, she went all in again. She didn't hold back. She called out Claressa by name and made it clear she wasn't scared of her. In fact, she seemed to be enjoying the chaos. The more Claressa reacted, the more empowered Tesehki felt. She wasn't just defending herself, she was flipping the entire narrative and turning herself into the star of the show. This wasn't about a boxing match anymore. It wasn't just about who could throw a better punch or land a knockout. It had turned into a full-blown public feud filled with ego, pride, and personal attacks. Every post, every clapback, every interview added fuel to the fire. And both women were feeding it. Now, fans are divided. Some people think Claressa should have never stooped to this level, that she should have ignored the noise.
I'm gonna make another poll. Again. I'm gonna make another one. I'm gonna put, who do you think I should fight? Who do you think will give me a better fight out of these two women here? And I'm gonna put me in the middle. I'm gonna put me in the middle, and I'm gonna put Krishan's sister on one side, and I'm probably gonna put Ivory on the other side, or I'm gonna put Krishan's sister on one side and put Dolly on the other, and I'll let the fans decide.
And stayed focused on her boxing career. Others believe she had every right to defend her name, even if it meant stepping out of her comfort zone. Then there are those rooting for Tesehki, saying she's just doing what anyone else would stand.
Lady, I remember the first time you called me out. I remember. You called me and Ivory out. You was like, ain't no street bitch beating me up. That's what she said. She said she had 100K. She was like, I got 100K for either Tesehki or Ivory. And then the hashtag was like, ain't no street bitch beating me up. Tell me that, and I seen it. I was like, who the fuck is this lady?
And if you go...
Only way Claressa would be able to fight me is if I was to be a professional fucking fighter. If I go and train the same amount of time that she trained, and then I would get in the paint and beat the fuck out of whoever.
Holding her ground and refusing to be disrespected. Either way, it's clear that this feud has spiraled way beyond what anyone expected. What started as a bold post online turned into seduction, betrayal, and threats of violence. And while Claressa may be fuming, Tesehki doesn't look like she's slowing down. If anything, she's just getting started. What happens next is anyone's guess. Will they settle it in the ring? Will Claressa walk away? Or will this